Hello everyone, I am Prashanth Hegde from GGHS. Today I would like to start ninth lesson. The first lesson is the enchanted pool. First lesson is the enchanted pool. This lesson is adapted by C. Rajagopalachary's The Mahabharata. C. Rajagopalachari was the first civilian award Bharat Ratna winner, and also he wrote many stories for the children. That is why all the children called him C. Rajaji. The great Indian epics are Ramayana, Mahabharata and Gitas. Why do we call as the great epics? Because it tells us do's and don'ts in our life. The great values helps us to lead our life successfully. That is why we called this Ramayana, Mahabharata and Gitas and also other things we call as the great epics. Here I'll show you a scene. Can you identify this scene? See, such a beautiful chariot. Somebody is in the ground. Can you identify? Yes, exactly. This is the scene of Mahabharata. Can you identify this great personality? Lord Krishna, he is Arjuna and he is Karna. Okay. The main characters of Mahabharata, Pandavas and Kauravas. How many Pandavas are there? Were there? Can you name them? Yeah, exactly. Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula and Sahadeva are called Pancha Pandavas. They are called as Pancha Pandavas. Who is the head of this Pandava? Yudhishthira. Okay. This is a picture of game of dice. This is a picture of game of dice. Here the Pandavas lost everything in the game of dice. ಪಗಡೆ ಆಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸೋತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರೆದುರಿಗೆ? ಕೌರವರ ಎದುರಿಗೆ. ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು ಸುಂದರವಾದಂಥ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲಾಚಾರ್ಯವರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಬರೆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ. The Enchanted Pool is written by C. Rajagopalachari. All of you know that Pancha Pandavas lost everything in the game of dice. Pandavas moved to the forest. See, they started their journey towards the forest. Yudhishthira is heading their team. Then other 5 brothers followed him. Once what happened, according to the rule of that game of dice, Kauravas put, if they lost, Pandavas lost, they moved to forest for 12 years. then they have to incognito for 1 year. According to their condition, Pandavas lost everything and they moved to the forest. What happened there? They moved to the forest and wandered deep in the forest. They moved in pursuit of deer. Then they became very thirsty. Yudhishthira sank down under a tree. See, this is a picture of a big tree, and Yudhishthira was very thirsty. Even every Pandava was very thirsty. Yudhishthira sank down under a tree, and he asked Nakula to search for water to drink. Nakula searched for water, and he got a tree, and he climbed the tree and searched for water. The lesson is there according to the text. Let us discuss. Before that, here enchanted means the vocabulary words, new words we can discuss here. Enchanted means placed under a magic spell, Maya Koda. Quench means save, satisfy thirst by drinking something. Daniva by ಆರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. Quiver means case of arrows. ನೋಡಿ this is called as quiver. ಈ ಬತ್ತಳಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಾಣವನ್ನು ಇಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಗ ಕ್ಯಾನು ಬಾಟ್ಲು ಏನಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀರು ತುಂಬಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ were using quivers. Here drowsy means sleepy, ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆಗೋದು drowsy. Heed means careful. Heed means careful. Keep it in mind. These are the things you require when you are going to read lesson. Heedless means careless. Heed and heedless. Okay. Anxious means worried. Redeem means to make bad situation better. This is very important. Yudhishthira here, he made redeem, and this means situation better ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. Revive means to bring back. Verily means really. All of you know that how many Pandavas are there? Pancha Pandavas. Let us go for highlights of this lesson. After these highlights, I am going to explain the textual part also. In the Mahabharata, Pandavas lost everything in the game of dice. They have to live in the forest for 12 years. In the 12th year, they wandered deep into the forest in pursuit of a deer. They grew more and more weary and thirsty. Yudhishthira sent Nakula to fetch some water. Fetch means tarodu. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀರೇನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ತೊಗೊಂಬಾರಯ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. When Nakula saw the food, he wanted to quench his thirst first. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ನೀರು ಕಂಡಾಗ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇನ್ ದ quiver to Yudhishthira, let I quench my thirst ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೋತಾನೆ. Invisible voice warned him to drink water, but he ignored and drank the water. He fell down near the pool and appearance dead. So what happened? He wanted to drink some water before taking water to Yudhishthira. That invisible voice warned him, Nakula, do not drink the water. This pool belongs to me. So when Nakula, so that voice warned him, but Nakula heedless of the warning. Heedless in the sense careless of the warning, because he was very thirsty. He wanted to drink water. He wanted to quench his thirst first. So that what happened? Nakula did not cared for that voice, and he drank the water. and became drowsy and fell down near the pool and appeared dead. When Nakula did not return for a long time, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva. Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva. See, Sahadeva also ignored the invisible voice. He drank the water and fell down dead. This story is going like this. Sahadeva too failed to return with water or with Nakula. Okay. Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to see the matter was. To see what the matter was. Arjuna was famous for what you call as short arrows. He was a great soldier in the team. All of you know that he knows Shabdavedi Vidyas. So that is why Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to see the matter. Arjuna went swiftly and saw his brothers lying dead near the pool. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಕುಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸಹದೇವ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅರ್ಜುನ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ದೇ ಡೆಡ್ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ಪೂಲ್. So he was shocked. He wanted to avenge their deaths. Avenge in the sense revenge. ಪ್ರತೀಕಾರವನ್ನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಅವನನ್ನು ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಭಾಳ ಶೂರ ಅವನು, ಬ್ರೇವ್. Arjuna was very brave. He was famous for bravery. Another one personality is the Bhima. He was famous for his strength. But he was overwhelmed by the monstrous thirst, but voice want to follow. Here, this see the magic. He was also very thirsty. He wanted to quench his thirst first, but the voice again warned Arjuna. But he was careless about that voice. He wanted to drink water. Big fight between Arjuna and invisible voice, because Arjuna started to put a shot an arrow, because he knows how to shot the arrows at the direction of the sound. In the sense, he knows Shabdavedi Vidya. Big fight between Arjuna and invisible. As a result of ignoring the voice, Arjuna fell down and dead. See that. After another anxious wait, Arjuna kuda vapas barlilla. He became very anxious. ಉದ್ವೇಗಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಯಾರೇ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವರೇ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದವರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನೀವು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದವರು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಶಿ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್. Yudhishthira sent Bhima to see the matter was. So Nakula did not return, Sahadeva did not return, Arjuna did not return. So he was worried. Yudhishthira worried and sent Bhima to see the matter. ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. Bhima went there and he was shocked. Already 3 brothers lying dead. Bhima was shocked. See, Bhima hurried away without any word already. This we have to follow. See, Yudhishthira sent Bhima. He asked him to see what the matter was. Immediately the Bhima started without any word. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಹೀಗೆ. ಸೊ Bhima also did not heed the word like Arjuna, like Sahadeva, like Nakula. Heed means care. ಕೇಳೋದು. ಅವ್ರ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನಿಗೂ ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. So and word like Arjuna and drank the water eagerly and fell down dead. He was also fell down and dead. Yudhishthira puzzled and worried and proceeded himself. ತುಂಬ ದುಃಖ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಅವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 4 brothers went, but they did not return. He was worried. He saw all his brothers lying on the ground. Yudhishthira went in search of his brothers, and he saw the pool, and nearby pool his brothers who were died fell down. Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula and Sahadeva, all 4 brothers were died. He was puzzled what happened, what the matter was. He wanted to know that. At the time he went there, and Yudhishthira was shocked when he saw his brother, but he wanted to quench his thirst, so he was warned by Yaksha. But this Yudhishthira also was very thirsty, so he sent Sahadeva, Nakula first, then he sent Sahadeva, then he sent Arjuna, then he sent Bhima, because he was so thirsty. That is why he wanted to quench his thirst first. But the voice warned him. The voice was none other than the god Yaksha. Here we have to know that Yaksha wanted to test Pandava's patience. ಪಾಂಡವರ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯನ್ನು, ಪಾಂಡವರ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೇವರ್ನೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು, ಪೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, Yudhishthira warned by Yaksha. Yudhishthira answered all the questions of Yaksha. He started to ask some questions. You answer my question first, then you have to drink the water. The same question asked all of them, even Nakula, even Sahadeva, even Arjuna, even Bhima also. They did not heed the words of Yaksha and drank the water, so fell down, appearance dead. But here Yudhishthira was very clever. He has patience. He knows how to redeem the situation better, make situation better, redeem ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So he answered all the questions which was asked by Yaksha. There was a conversation between Yaksha and Yudhishthira. This is the main story here. He answered without drinking water because his intention was to save his brothers. Meantime, he wanted to obey the words, obey the order of Yaksha. See the difference between 4 brothers and Yudhishthira. That is why this Yudhishthira called another name Dharmaraya. He wanted to save his brothers first. Please, a rapid question asked by Yaksha to Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira patiently answered all the questions. So Yaksha pleased and gave a rebirth to all his brothers. Before that he asked many questions like, why don't you name Bhima, why don't you name Arjuna, why don't you name Sahadeva? But the first preference given by Yudhishthira was none other than Nakula. Nakulana ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. Let us review once all highlights. The sun was hot overhead and 5 brothers grew more and more thirsty. When you open your text, you will get the same sentence. When Nakula did not return for a long time, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva to see the what the matter was. Sahadeva also did not return for a long time. Yudhishthira sent Nakula to fetch. Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to fetch the water. Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to fetch the water. Then Yudhishthira was anxious when Bhima and Arjuna did not return for a long time. See, the sequence of events has been jumbled up. Rearrange them and complete the given chart in pairs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನು what you have to do is that sequentially order. It is in the same activities in your textbook also. The Yaksha was pleased and granted life to all his brothers. Yudhishthira was anxious when Bhima and Arjuna did not return. The Yaksha was pleased and granted life to all his brothers. At last Yudhishthira himself got to the place where all his brothers were lying dead. Yudhishthira obeyed the Yaksha and answered all the questions. This sequence of events has been jumbled up. Rearrange them and complete the given chart in place ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ know about C. Rajagopalachari. I already told you. I sent a separate link for Rajagopalachari's biography. Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, informally called as Rajaji or CR, was an Indian politician, independence activist, lawyer, writer, historian and statesman. Rajagopalachari was the last Governor General of India, as India soon became a republic in 1950. Born 10th December 1878, Thorapalli, Agraharam. Died on 25th December 1972 in Chennai. Full name Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, nickname called CR or Mango of Krishnagiri or Rajaji. Education, Presidency College, Autonomous College and Bangalore Central University and Bangalore University. Okay, this is the time to complete the task for you. Answer the following. There must certainly be water there. How do you think Nakula came to that conclusion? If you open your textbook first or second para, you will get the answer. Okay, Arjuna wanted to destroy this unseen foe. Why do you think he wanted to do this? This also you have to read the lesson thoroughly and answer. Summarize the story in your own words. Already I gave as jumbled sequences. If you arrange in a sequence, you will get a summary of the lesson. See, I put the feather of the peacock and flute. This is symbol of Lord Krishna. Thank you for listening to the lesson. Okay. Thank you for listening. Now I am going to put some views on your textual part. Let us discuss about that. This lesson, The Enchanted Pool, written by C. Rajagopalachari. In the Mahabharata, the Pandavas lost everything in the game of dice to the Kauravas. They had to live in the forest for 12 years. This you have to read aloud at your home, and already I highlighted some of the things. What you have to do is, you have to open your textbook and take a pencil and underline the highlighted part in the text. because this is very important. You have to keep it in remember, and you have to write down, you have to take on the notes, and you have to summarize the whole text. The sun was hot overhead, and five brothers grew more and more weary and thirsty. Yudhishthira sank down under the tree to rest and said to Nakula, "Brother, climb that tree and see whether there is any pool or river nearby." Nakula climbed the tree and looked around and said, "At a little distance, I see water plants and cranes. There must be certainly be water there." ಸಿ ನಕುಲನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಕುಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಮರ ಹತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಟು ಫೆಚ್ ಸಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್. ನಕುಲ ವಾಸ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಹಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾ there was a pool, and he was very thirsty himself, and so thought of quenching his thirst first before taking water in the quiver for his brother. But no sooner did dip hand and the transparent water, he heard a voice, "Stop, Nakula, do not drink the water. This pool belongs to me, O son of Madri." Who was called as son of Madri? Nakula called as son of Madri. And answer my question. Who said? Invisible voice. This is very important. Stop, Nakula, do not drink. This pool belongs to me. Mean sense that invisible voice, Yaksha. Okay, answer my question and then drink the water. Nakula was surprised to carried away by his intense thirst. ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ ಆಯಿತು. Heedless of the warning, he was careless about the warning. He knelt down and began to drink the water. At once began to feel terribly drowsy, and he fell down to appearance dead. Okay. When Nakula did not return for a long time, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva. I already told you in PPT, you go through once and read the text and come to the conclusion what would happen if he was heed of the warning. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಅವನು ಆ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಇನ್ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್. Sadeva also ignored the warning, and he drank the water, at once dropped down. When Sadeva too failed to return, Yudhishthira sent Arjuna. Swiftly he saw his brother lying dead. Brothers had met with any danger. Arjuna went swiftly. He saw his brother lying dead near the pool. Heartbroken with grief, he wanted to take avenge their deaths. However, he too was overwhelmed by the monstrous thirst which compelled him towards the fatal food. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಚಿಂತನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಡ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ವಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಹರ್ಡ್, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮೈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯು ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್. ದ ಪೂಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈನ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡಿಸೊಬೇ ಮೀ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್. ನೀನು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಸಹೋದರರಿಗಾದಂಥ ಕಷ್ಟವೇ ನಿನಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಅರ್ಜುನ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಕ್ರೈಡ್, ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಯು? Come and stand up to me and I will kill you. He shot sharp arrows in the direction of the voice. The invisible being laughed in scorn and said, "Your arrows can't touch me." Arjuna wanted to destroy the unseen foe. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಆಗ PPTಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ first he had to quench his terrible thirst, so he drank the water and also fell down dead. After another anxious wait, Yudhishthira turned to Bhima. "Dear brother, even Arjuna, the great hero, hasn't returned. Something terrible must have happened." ಅರ್ಜುನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ದುರಂತ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯ ಅಂತ ಬ್ರದರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದನು. ಭೀಮ ಹರಿಡ್ ಅವೇ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಡ್. Like Arjuna, Bhima also did not heed the warning of the dragon and drank the water eagerly. glaring around in the defiance, and intensely his great strength seemed to slip from like a garment, and also fell dead among his brothers. So Yudhishthira himself proceeded, and but when he saw the pool, he wanted to quench his thirst first. He saw all of four brothers' appearance dead. He thought what had happened to his brothers. He saw possible way of redeeming the situation. Redeeming situation ಅಂದರೆ do situation better. ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. He said to the bodiless voice, please ask your questions. The voice put questions rapidly one after another. Very, very important here. There was a conversation, there was a dialogue between Bhima and Yudhishthira and Yaksha. It is very important. It contains more value. It asked, what makes sun shine every day? Yudhishthira replied, the power of God. What rescue man in danger? Yudhishthira quickly answered, courage. What is more nobly sustaining than the earth? Yudhishthira said, the mother who brings up the children. What is faster than wind? Mind, Yudhishthira replied. What friends befriends a traveler? Learning, who is the friend of one who stays at home? The wife, who accompanies a man in death? Dharma, that alone accompanies the soul in its solitary journey after the death. Which is the biggest vessel? The earth, which contains all within itself, is the greatest vessel. What is happiness? Happiness is the result of good conduct. These all are the conversation held between Yaksha and Yudhishthira. Finally, that Yudhishthira pleased Yaksha pleased with Yudhishthira. Thus the Yaksha posed many questions to Yudhishthira, answered them all. In the end of Yaksha asked, O king, one of your dead brother can now be revived. Whom do you want to revive? Not really, very, very important. Whom do you want to revive? He shall come back alive. ನೀನು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀಯ ಬದುಕಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕರೆಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Yudhishthira thought of a moment and then replied, may the cloud complexioned, lotus-eyed, broad-chested, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು, ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸೆಂಡ್ and lotus-eyed, broad-chested, these are adjectives to describe Nakula. Long-armed, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು ನೀವು. Nakula, lying like a fallen ebony tree, arise. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ದೇವರೇ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀ ನಕುಲನನ್ನು ಎಬ್ಬರಿಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. The Yaksha was pleased at this and asked Yudhishthira, why did you choose Nakula in preference to Bhima? ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಭೀಮನಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನೀನು ಯಾರನ್ನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು? ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಭೀಮನನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ most strengthened man, who has the strength of 16,000 elephant, 16,000 ಆನೆ ಬಲ ಉಳ್ಳಂಥ ಯಾರನ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನೀನು? ಭೀಮನನ್ನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅದರ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಈ ನಕುಲನನ್ನು ತಗೋತೀಯ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಭೀಮ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಟು ಯು, ಭಾಳ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದವನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ನಾಟ್ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ಹೂಸ್ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್? ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಭಾಳ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಇವನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಬಿಲ್ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಪ್ರವೀಣ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ವೈ ಯು ಚೂಸ್ ನಕುಲ ರಾದರ್ ದೆನ್ ಇದರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟು? ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಕುಲನ್ನೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀಯ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ರಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್, ಓ ಯಕ್ಷ, ಕುಂತಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಾದ್ರಿ ವರ್ ದ ಟೂ ವೈಫ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಫಾದರ್. ವೈಫ್ನ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ವೈಫ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ನನ್ನ ಫಾದರ್ಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕುಂತಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಾದ್ರಿ ವರ್ ವೈಫ್ಸ್. ಐ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕುಂತಿ, ನಾನು ಕುಂತಿಯ ಮಗ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸರ್ವೈವಿಂಗ್, ನಾನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಉಳಿಯೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊ he is not completely brave. So to be fair, I ask that Madri's son Nakula be revived. ನೋಡಿ, ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಮಗು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೋವಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅವನ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಗುನಾದರೂ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ ಬೇಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ದ ಯಕ್ಷ ವಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರಾಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಶಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಟೆಡ್. ನೋಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಶಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ, ದಿಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ನಾವು ಒಬ್ರಿಗೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಾಪ ಅವನು ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಲೈಫ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ಆಸೆಗಳು ನಿನಗಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಹೋದರನ ನಾನು ಬದುಕಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಯಕ್ಷ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಯಮ. ಆ ಯಕ್ಷ ಇನ್ಯಾರೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಮನಾಗಿದ್ದ, ದ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆತ್. ನಾವು ನಂಬಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಡೆತ್. ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಡೂ good work on the earth when we are living, we are going to heaven. If we do not do a good job, we are going to hell. Heaven na opposite ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, hell ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Who had taken the form of deer and the yaksha, so that ಆ ಜಿಂಕೆನ ಹುಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು, ಆ ಜಿಂಕೆ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಯಕ್ಷನೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದ. ಇನ್ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಯಕ್ಷನೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದ, ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಯಮನಾಗಿದ್ದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. and Yama said, only a few days remain. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So that might see his son Yudhishthira testing. ಆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಅವನನ್ನು, ಈ ಯಮನ ಮಗನಾದಂಥ ಈ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರನನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಹಿ ಎಂಬರಾಸ್ಡ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಅವನನ್ನು ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನೀನು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ತೀಯ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀನು ಧರ್ಮರಾಯ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತೀಯ. ಯಮ said, only a few days remain to complete the stipulated period of your exile in the forest. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಜ್ಞಾತವಾಸವನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ದಿನಗಳು ಈ ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ದ 13th year will also pass by. None of your enemies will be able to discover you. ಯಾರೊಬ್ಬ ಶತ್ರುಗಳು ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. You will successfully fulfill your undertakings. And saying he disappeared. appeared ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಅಪಿಯರ್ಡ್. ಅವನು ಕಣ್ಮರೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾರು? ಯಕ್ಷ. ಇಷ್ಟಾದಾಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ತಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಹಲವಾರು ದಿಸ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಪಿ ಪಿ ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಂಬಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ in the sequential order in your text. And hope you enjoyed this lesson and story. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವಷ್ಟು MCQಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ, ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಹೈಲೈಟೆಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಬರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬಿಲೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್, read the text thoroughly and answer the questions and study the words. Here some of the text words ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು already which is prescribed by the department. I already sent how to complete these all of the worksheets. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು this you have to write down. Read the given story and answer the questions that follow ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ಶೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥರೋಲಿ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಥರೋ, then you can answer these all of the questions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. See here, there is a question table here, question word table. I already sent a separate video how to complete this task that you have to follow. Here is a quiz, and all of you have familiar with the what we call as already Samveda lessons are completed, so that you have, I hope all of you have enjoyed the lesson, and read once again the whole lesson and read about the author, this famous author called as Rajaji. Thank you for watching. and read and understand the lesson. Thank you. I will meet you again in the next video. Thank you very much.